Hello. Imagine living in a world where you can't express your sexuality and who you love being a teacher. This is known as the Don't Say Gay Bill, better known as the Parental Rights in Education. This is a real bill that was passed by DeSantis, the Florida governor, in March of 2022. This bill is claiming that people were advocating woke gender ideology that was inappropriate for children. From kindergarten to third grade, teachers will no longer talk about sexuality in the classroom and will only talk about, of course, the lectures and stuff like that. So say if a teacher had a wife, like she had a wife, you can't really bring it up in classroom or anything like that. Of course, there's a lot of people hurt from this bill. A first openly gay class president at Pine View School in Sarasota County, Xander Morses, claims his principal told him that he can't bring up his activism whatsoever. Being the class president, I know I wasn't ever, but I know you bring up pretty much your daily life, trying to help these students go along. Being an activist is a huge part, I feel like, in life, and being especially a gay activist with everything going on today, that's devastating that he couldn't bring it up at all. There's also another governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy. He just signed legislation that requires school districts to provide more instruction and diversity and inclusion and everything. And this bill that DeSantis put out here completely overturns it, completely gets rid of it. There is unfortunately 20 other states at the moment that is agreeing with DeSantis, which completely boggles my mind. There is, of course, Phil Murphy out there who wants to make sure that the schools know that the kids can come to these teachers and make sure that they're okay. Make sure that they know that they're included in everything. A huge big corporation that was being hurt from this actually is Walt Disney World, which some of you might be surprised of. A huge thing is Walt Disney World makes so much money for Florida, is huge in Florida's politics because they make so much money and they take up so much land that you wouldn't think that Disney should be a part of this. Disney always is part of the politics, so Disney actually wasn't invited to their meeting, which CEO Bob Chapek of Disney didn't really understand why he was never invited. The CEO of Bob Chapek, and before this, Walt Disney World holds such a huge thing for employees and for people's and rights and stuff like that. June actually is Pride Month, and Walt Disney World, and I'm sure other Disneys out there, Disneyland, Disney Paris, they hold such a huge Pride Month. They have merchandise, they make sure that everything's okay. They did send out an email to their employees saying that it's okay, we'll figure this out, you guys will be safe under us. They do have a court date, July, so DeSantis versus Walt Disney World, which will be very interesting to watch. Another example of someone being hurt from this is a teacher for first grade that got fired for bringing up the LGBTQ discussion in her classroom. She was just bringing it up to make sure that everyone is included and is okay and can get through this. Unfortunately, by her seeing this, they didn't like it and got fired from this. Which is insane. The Don't Say Gay Bill, which is a perfect name for it because it just shows darkness, I guess you can say, into it. Really gets rid of that freedom of speech, which a lot of people go for. That freedom of speech, which is obviously in the Constitution, really takes away from this. People should talk about who they are in the classroom, which being in the class takes up so much of your life anyways. You should be able to come home or come into that classroom to talk about it. Especially a lot of these kids don't have a good home to talk about their life with their parents or with their guardian. Some parents don't even like that, so sometimes it's good coming to school and letting it all out in talk. Especially in this world right now, there's so much happening, there's so much new things, people are becoming more open to who they are. It's just beautiful to express yourself more, and this is why I don't think the Don't Say Gay bill should be a bill at all. Thank you for listening, and this is Jessica Sampson.